Dr. Jeong Lee, the founder and president of Plumina, visited the UK to complete the signing of an equity deal with Almus Capital Partners. The deal was facilitated by the UKTI Global Entrepreneurs team. During his visit, Dr. Lee explained the benefits of the Plumina streetlights and the market opportunities for the company.
I remember about 8 years ago, right after the Asian financial crisis, they were talking about Samsung and Korean companies. They said that this company would fail simply because they were following the footsteps of Japanese companies. They were making from components all the way to the system. They were buying from each other. And as such, since Japanese companies failed, Samsung and Korean companies would fail. 8 years later, at this point in time, it seems that the only Korean companies are really succeeding. Samsung had the biggest profit in their 70 years history. It's now world's #1 electronics company, which no one had ever thought about 8 years ago. It's not just the money. It's not just the people. It's the word ethics that actually puts this. Koreans are able to achieve that. They're hungry for success, and you don't find this in any other places. And as such, it is a key ingredient of a Korean company to succeed, which makes them excel at the end. You know, LEDs, you can always make an LED light shine. You buy a diode, you connect it and hook it up to your wall plug, it'll shine. But that doesn't mean you have an LED light. You need to know the technology, you need to know how to manage the heat. Even compared to same LEDs, if your junction temperature is kept 10 degrees lower, then the performance goes up by 30%. What it means is that a conventional, or shall we say a normal LED is about 50% better than your fluorescent type of light, or about 80% better than your conventional incandescent type of lights. Our lights are about 20 to 30% better than our competing LED lights. So in effect, we're about 90% better savings over incandescent type of lights, or about 70% over your conventional fluorescent type of lights. The regular lights, street lights, you see the orange colored ones have a so-called color rendering of about 25. What it means is that 100 is your natural sunlight. 25 means you're actually limiting the amount of colors that you can actually see under that type of light. Now, Plumina's lights are about 85, which means that it's much closer to sunlight, your natural light, with which we humans are used to for millions of years, than any other light. Now, what it means is that you can actually distinguish virtually all colors of a spectrum, unlike under artificial lights like sodium lights. Okay? The higher the number, the better it is to a natural color. LED lights are semiconductors. It does not contain any hazardous materials. In fact, virtually more than 99% of all the components within the light are recyclable, unlike your conventional lights, which does contain mercury and sometimes some other toxic materials. In a very, very conservative estimate of world market by year 2015, which is only five and a half years away, it's supposed to be about $100 billion. Our estimate of the market by that time is about $800 billion. Now we talk about 1% of the market. That's about $1 billion to $8 billion market in 5 years. You know, 120 odd years ago, light, so-called incandescent light, came and changed the world. We believe our lights are the next light of the next century. And why can't we be the G's of 21st century?